Hello, happy Wednesday. Actually, it should be Thursday because I'm going to be posting this tomorrow. But today I actually wanted to talk to you about intuition and how we are communicated to from spirit, our higher self, God, whatever language you like to use for that beautiful source energy that created us. So, what language is used for you? And I feel like getting in touch with this is going to be amazing to help you maybe connect more. Maybe you already know all of this. Maybe it's a review. Maybe you'll remember some things, or hopefully learn something new. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a few of the different methods that you can be communicated to through, as well as certain ways of communication that you could grow in order to be communicated through from spirit. To use towards whatever it is that you want. So it could be that you want to be a tarot reader. It could be that you want to be a coach, or you even want to use it in like your I don't know if you'd use it for like the medical field, but by all means, like massage therapy. And the way I teach it is for you to be able to use this intuition, because I was going to say in this energy of love, but really intuition is the pure energy of love. Anything other than that pure energy is diluted. Of course we all have that shadow, but we are pure bundles of pure energy that simply picks up the collective dust and absorb it. So how can we clear out that dust for the moment to connect with our intuition? Well, to start, why don't we go over a few of the different ways, or a few of the different types of means that you can be communicated through. So the first is going to be dreaming, and this is also going to be similar to clairs if you know psychic language at all. So there's clairsentient, claircognizant. I can't think of any others at the moment off the top of my head, but the clairs, pretty much the same thing, but I'm using it with the language of intuition instead. So the first I'm going to use is going to be visuals and seeing, the all-seeing. So some of you may have really strong visual abilities. So maybe it's that when you dream you get messages. Maybe it's that when you meditate and close your eyes, like just the visuals are just all there. You don't even have to do anything. I know for me, it's like I can get some visuals when I practice, and it does take practice and it takes me being in the right mood. But I've talked to people that like that. Maybe they've stopped for a couple years and then they just go right back to it, and they see it all with no effort, nothing. So that's how they're communicated to when they meditate. But so their dreaming may not be as strong. So that's what I mean. So like, what is kind of your default that you've been good at, and maybe even annoyed by when you were a child or a teenager? So for me, I was annoyed by my dreaming, annoyed by my daydreaming. I actually wanted to take medicine to stop my dreaming because I hated it so much, which is funny because it ended up helping me in the future. So some people are able to naturally lucid dream. Some people are going to be lucid dream, and maybe they're able to communicate with different realities and realms and things of that nature, which is a special ability in itself. And that's a way that they could communicate with their guides, or their guides could communicate with them. And another way could be that you dream. So you dream and your higher self is able to communicate through with you. So for me, I had very vivid dreams. Mine are that I'm walking around. It's like someone pulls me out of the world that I'm in, transports me into this different world, takes away all my other memories from this world, giving me new memories. It says, here you go. And all this crazy stuff happens, and it's just real. I'm there. I feel the same that I feel now, but I'm in this new world. It's only when I wake up that I'm like, whoa. That wasn't real. And I can't lucid dream. So that's one of my natural ways of communication. So I can, most of the time, I can go through my dreams and see what they mean. So visuals, altered states. Those are some ways that you could try to connect, practice connecting, or they may be ways that you're naturally good at. And the ways that you're naturally good at, those are the ones to start with. And even if you're not good at any of them. Trauma can block us from our gifts as well. So it's important to know that just because maybe none of them are strong right now, it may be that first you're missing some of the strengths that you have. You're looking past them and not noticing them. Or it could be that they got suppressed from what you've been through. And it wasn't safe to experience these things. So moving forward, I'm going to move to audio. So there's a few different ways that we may be spoken to through audio. So it could be that we hear people talking in the background and we hear them say something that we needed to hear. Like, we needed to hear this message. And that can be a way that we're communicated to. Another way could be music. That's another huge one for me, is that I'm communicated through vibration of sound, where I can get complete stories and messages. I can get the things that my subconscious, my higher self, and my guides need to communicate to me purely through music, and then visions that come along with this vibrational music. It's very interesting. And so with that, it also kind of goes along with feeling, which I'll get into in a second. So there's music, there's hearing other people talking and just needing to hear that thing. It could be that there's a video that you're guided towards, which is audio, and you just feel very inclined towards that. Or it could be that you even hear voices. It could be that you hear directly, hey, do this thing. Hey, like sometimes it'll happen to me, I'll hear business. And and then I realize, oh, okay, so this thing is regarding business. And then they'll be like, oh my God, yes. So that's another. And then we go next to knowing, inner knowing. So this is I feel like the people who don't really use their other senses, or maybe have shut them off. For me, it's been a lot of older men that were not allowed to feel, who have suppressed their feeling. They less than feelers, they are more doers. And those doers, maybe they haven't even suppressed them. I guess I didn't know them as a child. I would have to talk to their parents, but in some ways it feels like they've suppressed them. But for those people, a lot of the time I've seen knowing be a strength. So it's as if they just know what they're supposed to do. They just know what direction to go. It's no logic, no thinking, no emotions, no time for that. Just knowing. And then that is their strength, right? So I think there are different types of people. There could be the ones with trauma, there could be the ones without. So knowing, and you may have that knowing too. Sometimes you just know an answer, and if someone asks you, why do you know that answer? You're like, I just do. I've just known it forever. I just have. And then we've got, from knowing, we're going to go into feeling. And if you're an empath, you know this one. So it may be that you feel the emotions of others, and you're communicated that way. It may be that this, and sometimes it takes more analyzing when it comes to emotions, because you have to kind of interpret the message. So you may find that you're feeling a certain way when you're around this person, then you have to use your skills to interpret that. So, or you're knowing. So it may be that I feel sad every time I'm with this person, and then you go in and say, hey, communicate to me please what it is I need to know. Sometimes it'll just pop into your head, and it's that, oh my gosh, it's because I was sad when this thing happened to me, and they have this in common with me. Oh my gosh, right? So that's a way that they'll communicate, is just popping things into your head. So we got visuals, hearing, knowing, emotions as some of the biggest, and just following your guidance, just trusting your gut. It could be too that, like, I guess I want to go to knowing. Let's say you have two directions that you have to go, and you need to figure out fast, which direction do I go? Well, the first thing you can do is feel into it. So feel which direction feels better. So sometimes we'll have fear for both paths. Sometimes we'll feel nothing at all. So like, let's say we feel very neutral towards both paths. That means that either path could be fine, right? But if we're feeling, let's say, fear and no motivation to go down one path but should, then that would probably be a message for a no. Whereas if you're getting a feeling of, I really kind of wanted to achieve something like this, but I'm a little bit scared, then that could be different. That could be that there's intimidation for the success that you'll find, or fear of failure. So it's really kind of about feeling into those. And if you feel like you can't find the answer for any of them, then it's really going to be just about taking some time, taking a deep breath, and evaluating where you're at within this. Coming back to that centered point, and then trying all these different techniques to get an answer. So this is, I'm out of time. So I just want to say, if you enjoyed this, if you want to work with me, I do offer spiritual purpose coaching to walk you through the process of becoming your best and highest self, reaching the goals that you desire. I offer readings for affordable prices, and I also offer Reiki sessions, and I will soon be a Reiki master. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Feel free to follow me on my link tree in the bio. All my links are there, and I hope you take care.